Hey YouTube, welcome to another Escape From Tarkov video. Today's video is the first in a series of Tarkov economy guides. Now that nearly half of the community has reached level 20 and therefore unlocked the flea market, the economy has started to take shape. These videos will be regular updates on the best ways to make and save money. They will include loot tier lists, most profitable crafts, as well as in-depth analysis on upgrades like the Bitcoin farm, solar power, etc. All with the aim to give you regular snapshots of the Tarkov economy so you can be more effective with your time. As more and more players reach level 20, and as others reach endgame, the market will become very volatile, fluctuating almost daily. So if you like these kinds of info drops, then do consider subscribing for more. First up today, we'll take a look at a tier list of what you should be looting to sell, or if you've not reached level 20 yet, then what items are best to keep, allowing you to free up space by rendering the lower value items. I do need to first add that you should always be keeping items that you need found in raid for quests. If you don't have a list of them, then I've put a link in the description below to a Google document that you can print, which you can use to keep track of what you need for the quests. Let's kick it off with the S tier products. These range from 40k to 500k per slot value, so always items you want to keep. As you will see, this covers what I call standard lootable items. I didn't want to overload it with things like gear, weapons, etc. as in the main these are not worth the space in your backpack. Weapon attachments certainly are, but this is probably best for a separate video. Most of the S tier list will remain stable as the most profitable loot for a while. A few items like the Fire Clean, NASI, flash drives and sodium will start to drop down to A and B tier, but will still be very profitable. The big moneymaker at the moment in the S tier will be the CPU fans. I believe 55 are needed in total for the Bitcoin farm, so expect these to continue to be worth 25 to 40k for a good few weeks. They are pretty common to find, so prices will fluctuate a lot, but even if the lowest price when you look is say 15k, I would not list them for less than 30k right now. I've seen them go for over 40k this week, so trust me, they will sell. A tier items are currently worth between 20 and 40k per slot, so should always be looted. Bear in mind that many of the medical stims and streamer items, which I have highlighted below, all vendor for the same price, so should go in your secure container when possible, as even if you die you are guaranteed the price. Much like the S tier, most of these will hold their good value over the next week or two, so are very solid pickups. If anything, a few will get more valuable, in particular the electric motors, corrugated hoses and pressure gauges, because they're needed for high level hideout upgrades. The SJ6 and ETGC stims, as the Chads get geared up, and the OFC shells as they use in M995 ammo and red gunpowder crafts. The B and C tier lists will likely have items that jump up and down during the weeks. The B tier is between 12 and 20k value per slot, so always worth looting, but do keep an eye on the pricing of some of these. I especially would expect items like croutons, spark plugs, ES lamps, wires and drain cleaner to devalue over the next week or two. Like the A tier, a number of the items highlighted below sell to vendors for the same value, so always worth popping them in your container. In terms of gaining value, I'd expect the metal fuel to continue to rise, the PCU and relays because they are needed for the Bitcoin farm, sugar and Alyonka chocolate bar as they will be needed for the booze generator, and lastly the red gunpowder as more players start to craft higher tier ammo. C tier and below I would class as only loot if you need to fill your bag. C tier is 6 to 12k per slot, so fall under the 12k per slot minimum I personally aim for, but again can fluctuate in price, so worth keeping a close eye on. In particular the squash, hot rods, herrings and tar cola are usually worth it for a while due to the red rebel barter. Also there are a few items in this tier that I would actually loot and hold for a couple of weeks if I've got space. These are the military cables, FP100 filters, circuit boards and the water filter, as these will rise in price in the next couple of weeks and end up in the A and B tier. Lastly, our final group items are going to be the D tier, and these are really not worth picking up unless you are ready to extract and have some spare space. These are only valued at 1 to 6k. If I had to pick the best of these, I would pick up the fabrics, shampoo and bleach, the light bulbs and the plex, as they are used for some good barters. Blue gunpowder should also increase in value. I think that about covers it, so hopefully this video will help you loot more effectively for greater profits. If you'd like to see an updated tier list on a regular basis, then let me know in the comments and remember to like and subscribe for more. For now though, good luck in Tarkov and take care.